Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man, it's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales, dirty discussions with Kiki and Medinah Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called a Tamarind Tease. You need 1.5 ounces of vodka, 2 ounces of tamarind concentrate, 1 ounce of Saint Germain liqueur, 1.5 ounces of agave, 3 to 4 drops of blood orange bitters. And this is optional, but it's highly recommended. You just need a few little drops, and then you're going to make it spicy. So you're going to put 1 to 2 Thai fresh chilies, or red or green, whatever you want, ladies. It's your pick. 1 small slice of fresh ginger, 2 to 3 leaves of fresh mint or basil. This is a smoothie. You're going to muddle that into the cocktail shaker. You need some chili lime salt for the rimming of the cocktail and some ice cubes for the shaker. So here's how you're going to make it. You're going to prepare your cocktail glass. You're going to rim it with the chili lime salt. You're going to dip that rim in a shot glass and into some fresh lime juice, then into the chili lime salt to make it real pretty, you guys. Add the slice of chili peppers and ginger, mint, and muddle that with the stick until it's fragrant. So you'll smell it a little bit. Combine your vodka, your tamarind concentrate, your agave, your bitters, and your Saint Germain in a cocktail shaker. Add a handful of ice cubes to the shaker and then shake that vigorously for about 15 seconds, y'all. Strain the mixture into a prepared cocktail glass with some fresh ice. Garnish it with fresh herbs or mix the chilies, the mint, and the lime wedges and sprinkle a good amount of sugar, chili, lime, salt on top of, and then serve it. That was a lot of words, and I hope you make it. It sounds like vacation.
It does. And it's kind of spicy, kind of sweet. That is a good one to make when you're at home, just romanticizing life and you want to treat yourself. You don't have to wait until you go to a restaurant or a bar to get like a specialty cocktail. You can make them at home.
Romanticize your life.
Every now and again, I love to do that. Anyway, welcome back to CockTales Dirty Discussions, you guys. I'm Kiki Said So.
Hey, y'all. I am Medinah Monroe.
And this week is our first episode for the month of March, and we want to celebrate Women's History Month. Last month, we talked to so many different men, and I hope you guys have enjoyed that. If you haven't checked out those episodes, please go listen to them, watch them, whatever you prefer to do. We had some really great guests last month, and this month, we would like to feature different women who do different things, totally different personalities, but women that we should celebrate. So this week it's just us. We're celebrating us. But next week we have a guest and we'll have more. And we'd love for you guys to drop a comment below or leave a message, a DM, a comment wherever on Instagram and let us know if there's any women out there that you would love to see us talk to this month on CockTales.
Also, tag some of your favorite women in the comments that you actually personally know. Like, you can reach out and touch them, and they're just amazing. I love being a woman.
Me too.
Absolutely love it. Like,
I would not want to be a man. Some things I think are easier, but no. There's also a lot of pressure on that side, and I'm good on it.
You know, it's really funny because in our family group chat, my sister had dropped it in there today. Oh my God, my mind, what's his name? Michael B. Jordan, winning Black Best Art. Oh my gosh, I'm so
As a
tired. I'm
Baptist.
tired. Yeah. Best actor, best male actor. And it was just, his speech was so beautiful. And it was also all about his mom. And it's not to like put the two against each other, like moms and dads, but it's just when you look at women and what they do, especially as when you do become a mother. And so we were in the group chat and it says on the thing, like, thank you, Mom. Thank you for taking me back and forth to these auditions when we didn't have the money. Like, she always made a way, and he essentially wouldn't have been who he was if his mom wouldn't have sacrificed. And then we started joking, like, if you would have relied on your dad go put his plans before. I can't take you back and forth to the audition. I gotta work out.
I gotta work out. I gotta chase my dreams.
I got a meal prep, and I got an audition. So,
and you know, I gotta work. Or whatever it might be. And, you know, honestly, there are some men that I know that are not like that, but most of them are.
True.
So I don't know. I think that is something that kind of goes into the pressures that people, just society puts on you, and then what you might just feel, and also what you want to do. And sometimes it seems like the men get to have a lot more say-so in what they want to do in family. But I don't know. I'm not actually in it. I've just been a kid. you several people. Anyway, before we do weird sex, we haven't played I'm Curious to Know with ourselves in quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
So while we've played and answered, I'm sure all of these questions at some point, minds change all the time. And
Yes,
we can't
they
be
do.
stuck or scared to say when our minds change. So we're going to play with each other and then we'll get into this week's weird sex.
I'm going to taste this.
Okay.
I didn't even taste it yet.
And also, it's not the tamarind thing.
Mm.
That was going to take too long. But I have made it and it's good.
You had a heavy hand today.
Oh, I did? Oh, sorry.
You had a long day today?
I did. Well, mine don't have alcohol in it. I did no alcohol, but I thought I put enough tang. My bad, girl. I have to get you some something. There's some mixer.
It's okay.
Put it there.
I did have a long day.
Oh, okay. And remember, get your card deck. I'mCuriousToKnow.com. Purchase it today. Okay. So, you got one
I'm
up?
curious to know. Yes. Okay. All right, Miss Kiki.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm curious to know, what's the longest you've waited to have sex with someone?
Woo! It's been a long time since I've waited. Allow me to dial back in my memory bank. Probably a little over a year. I don't know the exact amount of time, but a little over a year. And I really think I only waited that long because it was like a lot of cat and mouse and I was fucking somebody else. So
Okay, so was it one of those things that B-Mac was talking about on his episode where it's like you kind of are flirting with somebody he was doing it for 5 years, but like it was one of them? Okay, and then
one
y'all
of those,
finally got
and
each
then
other.
but he never took me on a 24-hour date, and that's why he bit the dust. But we did go on a few dates. He was horrible, and I was like, what did I wait for? How anticlimactic. Won't be doing that again. I'm moving on vibes, okay? All right, Medinah. Today, March 2026, do you think it's okay to remain friends, actual friends, with your ex while you're in a new relationship?
My answer is yes.
Okay. Are
I
there
think it's
conditions or no?
Okay, just hear me out.
Mhm.
Because I think once upon a time I maybe said no. I don't know.
Oh no. I think we both changed our minds.
Yeah, I've changed my mind on that because, Kiki, I'm not in the business of trying to come into somebody's life and change them.
Okay.
Whatever this, I had this conversation with somebody recently and it was a really good conversation. Like if you're still friends with an ex and it really is a true friendship, if I am not comfortable with it, I'm going to remove myself because here's the thing. I don't want to force you to end something you don't want to end. Like, who am I to come in and be like, y'all can't be friends? That actually sounds absurd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where it's like, if it's something that is in an inappropriate friendship, I'm just going to remove myself. Will I be sad? Maybe. But I think when you do start to learn your value, it's a little bit easier to just accept things as they are and just be like, you know what? If this is what y'all want to do it.
I will remove myself from the equation.
Right.
Now, follow up. You said if
it's inappropriate. If it's a true friendship, I'm fine with it.
So what would make you feel like a friendship is inappropriate? And do you feel like it's okay the other way around? Like you're in a relationship and you're still friends with your ex, but he has a problem.
So, okay, let me answer the second one first.
Okay.
Because I'm still the one ex that I really am still friends with, when I say friends, it's not like he's coming and spending the night and when he flies into Atlanta, he could stay here.
It's more like acquaintance, but you know each other better than that. So friend?
So friend, and if I do need something, I got in a car accident over the weekend and the lady that hit me, she didn't speak any English. I had to call Carlos because I needed, at first I was like, I didn't want her to think I was like ICE was gonna pull up. It got real dramatic. She was shaking. I was like, I have to call the police. And I felt bad because I got to call the police, ma'am.
Yeah, you need that police report.
I need that police report. And so I called Carlos and it's not like he was looking at his phone like, why the fuck you calling me? Like I can call him if I need something. You know what I mean? Before he left to move back to Virginia, I went to go see him. He painted me a picture of Shy and I prayed over his travels. Like, so it's like, are we kicking it all the time? No, but like I care about him, you know, like as a person. So if somebody came into my life and was like, hey, don't be calling that nigga, I think I would look at the person like, I think you have some things you need to work through. I'm pretty honest. I'm very transparent. I'm not going to call him to translate if I have a boyfriend maybe, but who going to translate? You know what I mean? Like, I needed somebody.
I Google, but I feel you.
Well, we were in the middle of the street. Like, I'm talking about highway. It was almost like right when you get off the highway. I couldn't get on Google and be like, how do you say? I just needed to get it done so we could get out the street. And so I don't want to be with somebody that's going to be worried about that. And I would like to be a person that doesn't either. I don't know how I'm going to feel if it ever happened because I've never been in that position. I'm also not the type of person where there's boundaries. I'm not the type of person where I want people to be feeling uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like, I just get with the vibes. Like, everybody behave, be respectful. If you are close with your ex-girlfriend, introduce us. Don't start being sneaky or I think it's a vibe thing. If I feel like something's off, it's off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
what makes it inappropriate? Is it the sneakiness or is it like certain things where you feel like, okay, well, you are in a relationship now?
I think if there's like a lack of boundaries, and I can only say, I don't think I would be in this position because when we're dating and I see that you too close with your ex, we probably just won't further it. I don't want to deal with these problems. Y'all need to be together.
And let alone if you find out on the back end where there was no conversation about it, so then it feels extra fucking sneaky, and then it's like, well, hold up, you know what? Let me get my purse like Viola Davis and get the fuck on
out of here. An example would be, let's say like. He got a diagnosis at the doctor. Let's just say that. And he called the ex-girlfriend first. That's a problem. To me, that's like that would be a problem.
Yeah.
That's just inappropriate.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Like, because then it starts feeling like there's this hierarchy that's not making sense. Like, no.
Yeah.
I would not.
Or if you're out to eat and y'all all go out to eat together. Let's say we are just all really cool. Let's say because I'm like, if he's his friend, she's going to be around. So let's say we all go out to eat. We're eating, right? And he orders something and the ex-girlfriend's like, oh no, make sure you take the cheese off his burger. He doesn't like cheese. Stuff like that, where you get left out of stuff. There's inside jokes. That's mean.
There's a show, it's on TLC, I want to say. I forget the name of it. I saw a clip on social media and I immediately had to go watch the show. It's called something like Me, You, and My Ex. And so it's all of these people who are in these relationships and they are still heavily involved with their exes. And it was wild. Like some of them, they're going on multiple dates. One relationship, the guy is the main person in it. He has a new girlfriend. He cheated on the ex-girlfriend, but they're still friends. She flies in. She's friends with his mama. And it's like, where does the new girl fit in? And it doesn't seem like she does. And I'm like, I know this is dramatized because it's reality TV, but baby, it's a wild show. Y'all should watch it if you like to see a little train wreck. And there was another like relationship situation, and there was a man, he's bisexual and he's with a woman now, but his ex-boyfriend is heavily involved in the relationship. And I'm like, see, all this is too fucking much. And even the family is like, what the fuck are you doing with this lady? I mean, it's entertaining to say the least, but it's like, I hope that this is so dramatized that basically everybody's acting and they're really all just friends who maybe, do a little fucking on the side. I don't know.
They probably do. Okay, Kiki, I'm curious to know, do you still appreciate nudes?
Yes, but this is the thing. I prefer the nudes from women over men because men just always want to be so close on their hairy ball sack and it's just like big dick in the camera. And it's just like, you didn't try to pose. All I'm seeing is like dick. I want to see other things too. It's just, ugh.
Yeah.
Add a little something to it.
It's hard and ashy.
But I haven't sent, or just like you nutted and it's just everywhere like, I don't want that. And I prefer a video too. But I haven't sent them in a while. I got some videos from somebody the other day, but
just a random somebody?
It wasn't random, but I got some videos and I was like, oh, when I woke up in the morning, I was like, what the hell was I texting last night? And it was nothing, but good videos, great quality. It was 4K. So, Okay, here's my next one. I'll move these. My bad.
Your hair looks really cute.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Would you rather eat booty or suck toes?
Oh.
You gotta pick.
Oh. Threw me off with that one.
You weren't thinking it was going there, huh?
I was going through the deck with a friend the other day. He was like, wow, how old were y'all when you made this? What was y'all doing? I was like, we was wild and we was having fun. Eat booty or suck toes? currently, with the lack of sex in my life, I think I'm gonna go with booty.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna go with eating booty. Like, just dive in. I miss sex.
And if it's clean, then 2, if it was a request from someone, you could trick them.
What you mean?
Like, you could just spit on it and use your hand or something. If you didn't really want to put your face down there, they wouldn't know.
You know, I
Because
get
they can't
nervous
see on the back.
about using my hand around the booty hole.
So you rather your mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean,
I would think you would be more nervous about the mouth, but I get it. Because
it's all just nasty, but it's something about what if, like, my nails, it's like, what if I hurt him? Like,
you don't put it in.
Oh.
You just, the outside, like, okay, this is the hole. And you just on there spit, and then you rub around. And then if you wanted to actually put your tongue, lick on the thing. When I have talked about eating ass, I was not putting a tongue or anything inside of the holes, to be clear, just in case anybody was thinking that. No, outside.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think that's why they call it a rim job, because you just stay on the rim. Now, some people do like insertion. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
I can't even lie. I haven't been with many men that like the booty holes being licked.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder
what about girls?
Mm-mm. Not just like lick. Can you just lick my butt and only my butt?
Well, not only, but go ahead and slide on down. Never had the little scoochy booty.
I really do miss having sex, y'all. It's making me nervous to ever have it again, because now
Why?
I feel like I'm starting to get rusty. And it's like, do I still know how to do it?
You might need to have practice sex.
I might need to have practice sex, practice date. Like, I can practice. Okay, I'm curious to know, Kiki, what's your ideal family situation currently? Like, now, what's your thought on it?
My ideal family situation would be me, Whitley, and married, and no kids from me. I'm okay with a step kid, but I don't want them to be with us full time if I was married. Mm-hmm. So that would be ideal.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'd rather it be like every other weekend, extended summer vacations, breaks, and things like that. Because something I've realized, like, the rest of this week, I will have my cousin Walker with me.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah. So something happened. He was going to be with his dad. That's not working out. So he's going to be with me because his mom and stepdad are going to be traveling. The stress that I feel about carpools and, like, the amount of time it takes, it's like, okay, I got to...
The carpool, like the line?
Mm-hmm. So you need to get in carpool line by a certain time, or you're really going to be there for a long time. It's very different from when we were in school.
You can't just pull up and let the kid get out?
No, and even picking them up. No,
Why
they have
is
designated spaces. I don't know. Probably some kids got hit or was skipping school.
We was just running up into school in the middle of the street, across the street.
Whether we waited on a crossing guard or not, we just out there, Times are different. You got to walk. Even, like, the kids who walk home, it's like you had to do something at the school to let them know that you walk home, like the parents do, and they all go together. They group them up, and then they release them. You're not just running wild and free at these schools, which is nice to know.
It is.
But it's a lot, because it's like this takes so many hours out of the day, and it's like a 10-minute window. If I don't leave my place by the end of that 10-minute window, it's going to be all day, and he might be late, even though we're in line 30 minutes before, but the line is so long. And then he likes to follow the rules, so it's like, just get out right here. They're not going to see. We are so far away. You can walk, and I'm going to still be driving. I'm going to see you. He's like, no. And I'm like, oh, hell. You fucking rule follower. I thought I'd like rules, but you really love them. But anyway, yeah, some of those things are really stressful. Now, I will say, if that didn't work out, it's not the end of the world, but just ideal. Yeah, I don't want to be thinking about that every day. That's stressful.
Does Walker wake himself up, or do you have to get up and wake him up?
I wake him up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then
he has alarms, but
you gotta get that baby up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was gonna ask you, okay, so in the marriage situation, do you want your husband to live in the house with you or next door?
Down the street would not be bad, but in the house with me is fine. Realistically, we're gonna need a lot of money to have two homes, because if one person's home is really nice and the other one is like a little apartment, ain't nobody gonna be at that little apartment unless we get mad. And then it feels like a waste. I would like, but we need space so that we can have our own private space. And I used to want like a good king size bed. I need like an Alaskan king or a California king, because sometimes you just need space.
Yeah.
Lots of space. Okay.
Yeah.
You asked me that. Okay,
I
so How do you approach trust in a relationship? Do you start with it or does it have to be earned?
That's always a difficult question for me to answer because I would like to say I do start with it. But also, I'll be thinking shit like, that ain't your friend. But
I think you start at a neutral ground for me. You got to earn it, but it's also not like I totally distrust you, but we're going to have to prove something to move the needle.
I guess I'm with the earning. I don't know how you earn it. I think you, in my world, I think you start with it.
Okay.
And then we kind of subtract as we need to.
Okay.
I think you don't have to earn trust with me. And if it, to me, earning the trust feels like I don't trust you. And so if you come and I feel like you have to earn it, there's something weird about you.
I feel like we just started a neutral place. So it's not that I distrust you, but I don't really know you from anyone. So part of it is just time and getting to know each other and just seeing how I feel and paying attention to what's happening between us. Because I have made mistakes of trusting too much in the beginning. And right now, where I'm at in my mind, we're not going back to that.
Yeah. And then I want to add a little to that because I'm saying start with trust when it's just me involved. When kids come into play, like my nieces and nephews, and if I'm with other, I would never just start off with trust. Like, take the children and drive. That is a different. I don't trust nobody when it comes to like my animals and kids. Nobody. It's like, no. So it's interesting, the whole trust thing, because like I said, I would like to say I start with it. But then sometimes when you start paying attention to your behavior with people, the behavior don't maybe always look like you trust the person. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow. Look at us sounding healed. Okay. This is my last one. I'm curious to know, what's your favorite part of your body?
What's my favorite part? My eyes. I think my eyes are my favorite part. I was going through looking for some pictures posted, never got fucking posted. But I was looking at stuff and I was just like, I just really like my eyes. Even some pictures where it's like I'm doing something, I always end up picking the ones where you can see my eyes and they're going to be open or I'm making a face or something. But it's the eyes for me. What's yours?
Oh, my collarbone. I love my little collarbones. When I was sad and a little bit skinnier, you could see him a little bit more. I like when you can see him a little bit more, like that. I love
really
it.
pronounced.
Yeah.
Okay. My last one is, what do you consider to be wife or husband only benefit?
Oh, that's such a good question. Me birthing a child for you.
That's a big one.
That's a very big one, that to the point where it's like, even if a hiccup happens, get that plan B. I don't even care if we're on the way to, we need to be married. Like, and even then it's like, are you gonna help? Like, I'm terrified.
Valid question.
You know what I mean? Because even the good ones, it's like the help that is required. You got to call your mom or your sister. You have to call another woman in to help. And so I think that's one of the things that kind of makes me only want to be a wife or in a marriage to do that. Everything else, I'm so scared of men right now. It's almost like, there's more, but that's the one I'll lead with.
Okay. Well, that's it for I'm Curious to Know this week, you guys. Please make sure that you head on over to I'mCuriousToKnow.com to purchase your deck if you haven't already, and play with your friends, play it with a date, play it with your man. And you can even get it to give as a gift to somebody else. I think that would be a pretty cool gift. I love when I get a little discussion card game in the mail.
Love it.
My dad sent me a set. They were really deep questions, and I was kind of surprised that he sent it to me because I'm like, when I try to have deep conversations with you, we don't ever get to do it. But I guess this is just for personal time, because he also sent me some journals to go with it. I guess I was supposed to ask myself the questions, just write them down. I don't know. Anyway, that's it for that. And now we're going to move on to weird sex.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. Man is absolutely not necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
So this week's Weird Sex is brought to you by our friends over at ERIKALUST.com. So I hope that you guys have already gone over to ERIKALUST.com and checked out the material over there. If you have, drop us a comment and let us know. And if you got a favorite title, a favorite actor, or a theme, whatever, and you really appreciate the quality, send us a DM, drop a comment, leave a comment on the YouTube, wherever, because we'd love to know what you think. I was watching some more, and something I was thinking about is, I've said this a million times, I am not good with the dirty talk.
Really?
In real
hearing
time.
it, or like you saying it?
Me saying it.
Really? You don't know what to say?
Yeah. I be like feeling like, oh, I'm in my head trying to figure it out. And then it's like, you don't want to rehearse it, because if you rehearse it when it's time, that might not really fit. You're going to be saying some stuff and it's just like, what? Or it sounds too performative. I just have not been good with that. I'm more of an oohs and ahs kind of girl. And every now and again, I'll try it. But they have a lot of videos where there is dialogue. And that's not something I would normally go to. But I was just thinking about different ways to try to spice things up in my life and build more confidence. And doing that, watching those videos gives me a little inspo, and it makes it a little easier. Now, do you find that you're good with dirty talk when you're talking to someone else, not just practicing?
Very good. I'm very good at it. ERIKALUST is definitely helping me get better. You always need to get better.
Yeah.
But I will say, I like to communicate during sex.
What kind of stuff do you typically say?
I say things like, do you like that? What does it feel like? Mine is more like questions.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then if something does feel really good, I'll tell them, do that again. Do you feel how wet it is? You know what I mean?
That kind of stuff I can do. But getting more creative than that, I'm not so good at it.
That's where ERIKALUST comes in.
Exactly. So if you're anything like me and you want to be more creative, you want to be more confident when you're having sex or when you're sexting or whatever, maybe you're just flirting at dinner before anything happens, and maybe nothing will even happen, but you just want to get that erotic communication down pat. Y'all need to go check out ERIKALUST.com, watch some of those videos, look at the things that they share, and just pay attention. And it's really good. And I mean, maybe you don't need to learn, but you just want to watch it. They are really good quality videos.
They're really good.
Nobody's ashy. Lighting is good. Lots of different styles, lots of different combinations of folks, looks of folks. It's not all one type.
I
and
also
I
love
like that.
I love storytelling. And you don't really think about with sex being a story being told, but it is. And ERIKALUST does a great job of the stories being told.
Yeah, I've always liked the storytelling videos over just get right to Pound Town. So if you want a little story, they do have some that are just like that, if that's what you want. They just have so many different things no matter what you like. So if you're interested in checking out all of these spicy videos, make sure that you head on over to ERIKALUST.com. You can get 45% off with code CockTales at ERIKALUST.com, and that's Erica with a K, or just click the link in the episode description. And now we'll get back to the show.
It's really funny that we were talking about sex and communicating during sex. I was talking to a friend the other day, and they were asking me, like, what type of sex do I like? And he was like, let me guess. He's like, it looks like, from hanging out with you, he was like, it seems like you like a lot of passion. Like, you don't want to just get fucked.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're right. Like, every now and again, you kind of do, but that has never really, I don't like when we just getting fucked. Like, I feel sad.
Yeah, it feels like less intimate, even though it's technically an intimate moment, but it just feels like, would you just swap me out for anybody with a pussy in this moment? Or what? Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm getting a little older now. You gotta warm this thing up, baby. It's not.
I always say, you gotta warm this old Buick up.
And you might have to wake me up. I'm tired.
Yeah. And you're gonna have to peel me off that computer. I got other things to do. And it's just like, if you're just trying to go to Pound Town real quick, you might just need to call somebody else, because it's not gonna be enjoyable to me. And now I've stopped whatever it was I was doing, whether it was important or not. And I'm getting musty behind some rough sex that I did not want.
Right. And so he was like, you look like you like passion. I'm a lady. I said, I love passion. And man, I can't wait to experience it again. But passionate sex.
Is there something that you're waiting on? Or no? Just like, I don't really actually feel it enough to go there with anyone.
No, I felt it enough. I sure did feel it enough, indeed, and wanted to. I think that I would like the passion before this. Like, there's this like beautiful feeling of getting to know people without sex. Sex can ruin shit. We all know it.
Absolutely can.
There's
and
several
cloud your judgment.
Yeah, it clouds your judgment. Or even on a simpler note, it could be like you really like this person, and then the sex happens, and you don't like them no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, this was kind of rough. You know what I mean? It's like, I am truly enjoying getting to know people, not getting irrational about anything, really not caring about what you have going on. And for me, when sex gets thrown into the picture, even if you're not my man, naturally you start wondering like, okay, well, are you having sex with other people? What are you doing? You're not texting me as much. And it's like, I don't know what's real. I don't know what's fake. I can't, I don't have the capacity to take that on with the 4 other jobs that I'm doing right now. So it just feels nice to get to know somebody. But yeah, I miss a little passion though.
I feel you. Who taught you about sex?
Taught me? About like
any part of it.
My mom would talk to us about sex. But she never like taught me sex. It was just like the bad things that could happen.
Right.
Yeah. It was never like, remember we had that one lady on, she was like, we should be teaching our girls about pleasure. I never had that lesson.
Yeah, I never learned about pleasure. It was very much don't get pregnant and don't be fucking these boys. They don't want nothing and they won't be nothing anyway, to sum it up. And it's just like, keep your legs closed. You don't need to do that. So many crazy things can happen. You can get a disease and die. Like,
that sounds like Mean Girls. But so when I got into my grown years, because I actually do have an answer for that. There's a man that I used to know, and he was significantly older than me, and we used to have sex. This is in Atlanta. And he taught me sex. He actually did teach me sex.
How so?
I was super young dealing with him, not in like a inappropriate, it was definitely inappropriate, but it wasn't like I didn't want to do it. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So the first time we had sex, he wasn't like, let me teach you, but he taught me through the way he was having sex with me. He was so passionate, Kiki. He would do stuff like choke me or like nibble or like show me what to do on him, and it stuck because it was so good. I mean, it was so good. It was like that type of good where you're like going to somebody's house at 5 o'clock in the morning when you know you got to be somewhere at 9. Like, what is you doing? Like, every second I got to go over there and like, it was like, okay, teacher, class in session. What are we doing? And it was always so passionate and things would be involved and music would be on. It always smelled really good. And it just felt like being Mary Jane. I had no business being at that man's house doing all that.
What happened with him?
He had too many kids. And he had too many kids. And one day I was there and the daughter that was around my age came, and it was just, it started to get weird. And once I started to really get like established in Atlanta and meet people that were more in my realm and like it made sense I was with him, he kind of just like fell off. I was like, I mean, what am I going to be, a stepmom to 8 kids? No, nigga. But thank you. I still know him to this day. He taught me so much. The choke, the kiss, the thumb trick.
That's where you got it from. Huh. Now, I'm also wondering, okay, thinking about, we're women now. We're well into womanhood. Well into it. But when you were younger, what was something that you looked forward to?
As an adult?
That you look forward to, like, when I grow up, I want to do XYZ, because you just kind of thought women got to do certain things. One thing for me is sex. Not when I was like little.
Kids, we think about sex.
But like in junior high and high school, when I'm starting to get those urges, I was just like, sex is something that so many things, it causes so much stuff. Like whether people get confused and think that they're in love because they had sex with somebody and it was good, or these are things that people ruin their lives over, is sex. I was like, something is in that sex and I want a piece. I want to try it out. I need to taste test it. And I just couldn't wait until I got older and had someone that I felt comfortable having sex with. And I was like, okay, it's probably going to take me a few tries till it gets good. So I was ready to have practice sex first.
Practice. We got to practice everything.
Yeah, I didn't think that the dude I lost my virginity to was going to be my forever or anything like that. But I was like, I need to work out the kinks now. And then when I'm grown, you know, I'll have things figured out by the time I end up with whoever is my forever. That was one. And then also, what else would I say? Just being able to do stuff just for me, because I'm an older sister and I've always had a lot of responsibilities with other people, and just in so many areas of life. I was like, I can't wait till I can be an adult on my own and be a little selfish at times.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's an important part of anyone's life to have some time. You're single, you don't have kids, you're an adult, and you're on your own, and you get to figure life out. Even though a lot of those moments are hard, I think that they help shape us. And when you don't have enough time to truly try out independence, it could just like cause a lot of issues. You might not ever know how to do things, or you might have regrets, or just be sitting there thinking like, woulda, coulda, shoulda type things.
I was just watching this Viola Davis clip, and she said, this, don't quote me on it, but this is something like this, that one of her biggest fears when she was younger was that she would be old and her younger self would meet her new self, and nothing had changed, or it was the new self was like, I wish we would have did this, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, I'm so glad I am not that type of person, and I really never have been. Like the type of person where it's like, you're not going to try the things.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like you do it scared. And I never really realized I was that type of person until now. I'm looking at it as an adult, like, I do be trying shit sexually, different types of men, different types of activities, experiences, hairstyles, sometimes.
Yeah, all sorts of things. But was there something that you looked forward to?
I looked forward to trying a dirty martini.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tried one recently.
They would always be drinking them. It's like, what is that? They're disgusting.
To me, they just look like peak sophistication.
Yeah, they're like grown woman.
I kind of like a dirty martini. Kind of. Not often would I order one, but I ordered one relatively recently, and I was like, okay, I think my taste buds are changing. I'm starting to like it. And it was a mini martini. It wasn't even a big one. It was probably equivalent to a shot and a half. And that was just enough because I drank it slow. I was like, ain't no way I'm getting drunk off of this, because I would never order more than one. Maybe this is what I need.
I was like, I don't know how the white people are drinking this. One time I was in first class, and I was like, I'm going to be sophisticated. I'm going to get a Bloody Mary.
I was just about to ask you about Bloody Marys next.
I said, I tried so hard to be, because everybody be drinking them. I was like, ma'am, could you please take this back? Take it back.
Throw it away. Get it out of my face. I can't do the Bloody Marys, and I haven't tried, but I'm going to try again one day. Have you seen all the places that have like Bloody Mary bars and like these crazy Bloody Marys where they got chicken wings? I'm just like, why are you doing all this on the damn drink? It's gazpacho.
It's gazpacho with ice.
And vodka. Like, oh, yuck. I didn't like it. Who are some women that when you were younger, you really looked up to, and why?
Dang, there's so many. Okay, who do I want to start with? It's not in any specific order, because there are so many women that just inspired me. My mother, Gina Scott, a real one. My mom just like, she is one of those moms and one of those women where it's like, she always wanted to be a mom. And you can feel it from her. She always wanted to be a homemaker. But even with those things, my mom is a very hard worker. And I don't think I ever realized how hard she worked when we were kids, because she never complained about it. And I'm not saying that in a way where she was like, I want to complain, but I'm not, because we're strong. She even still to this day, I'd be looking at my mom like, how are you so loving, so caring, hardworking, still very beautiful? My mom has always just been beautiful. My mom does not play about putting that shit on. She gonna have high heels on. When we have sneakers on, she's like, she has a ton of like, she's still this girly girl woman, very feminine. But also my mother speaks up for herself. I remember when we were children, and when we would be places, whether we're out to eat or at somebody's house, and they ask us like, what would you like to drink? Or like, what kind of juice do you want? And if we were like, I don't care, my mom would stop us in our tracks and say, You don't ever say that. You don't say you don't care because you have a decision. You have a choice and you have options. So think about it and then let them know what you want. And I precisely remember my mom like just always standing up for herself, for her children, and really just like pouring into us. And I've always looked at my mom like, wow, you are superwoman. She's forgiving. She listens to people. Like, I mean, it's just absolutely wild. I don't know. I don't be knowing how she does it. Even when people be acting up, my mom handles everything with so much grace.
Mhm.
It's really beautiful. Like, so my mom definitely, she just inspires me in so many ways. And then my sister is like the second mom. And she has inspired me in ways where it's like, I don't even know, I don't have the words for it. But my sister's the type of person where like, when she wants something really bad, she is getting it. And I remember when she always wanted to be in the news industry. She wanted to be a reporter and then she turned into an anchor. But I remember when we were kids, she was in high school, I was in junior high, and she needed to learn how to read a teleprompter. And it's not even, she hadn't even been in news yet. This was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
She would print out scripts from Google or wherever, different news places. And she would come around the house asking, she would exhaust everyone because everyone had to sit there and read the scripts with her. And it was annoying in the moment. But now, like, looking back, it's like, wow, like, you knew what you wanted to do. And she knew she had issues being in front of a camera and, like, reading the stuff. And she was preparing. Like, my sister's also very smart. I always envied her for that. I'm like, she's so fucking smart. Like, she's just so smart. And I look up to her in so many ways where it's like, I look at her kids and I'm like, y'all are so lucky. Have you ever looked at someone and be like, you're so lucky that this is your mom?
Mm-hmm. I absolutely have. I think it's beautiful to see any woman in motherhood and watching her juggle the things and still keep going. I think whether you want to be a mom or not, when you are, life throws all kind of curveballs at everybody all the time. But seeing women who are mothers and they figure it out, whether it's going as planned or not, like just learning how to, what's the word I'm looking for? Make changes and just like pivot sometimes. And you have to do so many things as a mom from what I can see. And just thinking about what I would call my mom for, what I've asked her for, my grandma, all the women in my family. It really takes a village. And when I was I was in Dallas recently. My little sister had a birthday and she wanted to celebrate the weekend before her birthday with her friends and then on her birthday with her family and the weekend of her birthday with her husband. And I was like, okay, cool, perfect. That works out great for me. I'm going to be there. And I know that she had a really stressful year or so. And so it was just so happy. I was so happy to see her being happy and having fun because my sister has 3 kids and a husband. And something that I've seen happen to some women, not all, but many women will lose themselves in their responsibilities, in their families, in all the other aspects of life. They start feeling like, I don't know, maybe they're too old or they should have done it then. And it was so good to walk into her birthday dinner, see her sitting down having fun. It was a theme. We did a mob wife theme. She had these cute little scratch offs and she had some friends come in from out of town. And she had also talked to me about wanting to reconnect with some old friends and just like looking at her life and realizing, okay, there's a lot of things that I'm not liking right now, but I'm not going to sit in it. What I'm going to do is actually make some changes. I'm going to make some different decisions, different choices, and try some things out. We got to go on that cruise together. It was a long time. We ain't spent that much time together as adults ever. And
That was like a week.
It was over a week. It was like 10 days. And so, yeah, it was a long time and it was a lot for the both of us, but it's not like we left the cruise and we didn't want to see each other again. I think we both got a better understanding of each other as adults and to be there versus being the person on the phone. Because she's in Texas, I'm here. So we talk all the time, but it's different when you're there and you're dealing with people and you see certain things. And it's like, you kind of downplayed this. She probably felt that way about me. And it's like, okay, let me pay attention because it's my sister and I love her. And I did make a post with some stuff with her and I called her and I was just like, I'm really proud of you. And just, she has these kids And the way that they just look up to their mom, and it's just like, you can tell how much they want to be like her. They try to do things like her. They also think their mom is so cool, which I think is pretty cool, except for Giselle. But, she's older.
She's in the cool mode right
She's in
now.
the older teenage phase. She doesn't care about the sisters or anybody. Even me, I ain't even cool no more. And I'm like, damn.
I don't want Disney to get there.
I know. I think right now, honestly, Phoenix is probably the only one really checking for me. Gianna's nice, but Giselle, she's got that teenage attitude. But I'm just hoping it's a phase. I'm hoping it's a phase. Anyway, watching her be a mom and watching her grow up, and like, she wasn't really my baby because we're close in age. Madison is. And her being grown is weird. It freaks me out every time I see her. I'm like, you're really a whole adult. You got a whole fiance. You're moving at life faster than me. I be feeling like I'm moving down the totem pole. Anyway, I love seeing all of them, and I love seeing the changes and watching the resilience and the energy that it takes for them to be who they are. I don't think I got it in me to be nobody's mama and be going through all that.
It's funny that you say that because
it's scary to me.
And how the world is right now, I say this all the time to my mom. She's like, stop saying that. I'm like, well, I have to just be honest. As badly as I would like to have a family, I truly do want one. But the amount of like awareness and like how everyone's being open now and talking about saying the truth, and like the heaviness of like carrying a family, man or woman, husband or wife. But since I am a woman and I gotta bear the kids and then be raising the kids and doing all the stuff, the women are different now, and I can feel the difference. It's not like I now just look at having a family and it's just like this is so nice. No, it's like it's expensive.
It's a real responsibility.
Something about me is gonna have to go on pause because naturally that is just how it goes. At some point, I'm not sending kids to boarding school and I'm not about to have somebody else raising my kids. So at some point, somebody in the relationship has to be like, okay, it's gonna be me. And normally it's the woman. And now since we have so much knowledge and we see things, the shit looks scary.
It's like a horror movie to me. I mean, just put up a film and we can start at childbirth. Not even childbirth. We need to back it up. When you tell that man you got a baby on the way, you take that test, or you find out however you find out that, oh my gosh, major thriller. I mean, it could be a gory thriller depending on how the birth goes and what happens after that. It could be a psychological thriller because these niggas be playing mind games, and it stresses me out.
It stresses me. It's a lot. And then it's like, okay, it's a lot on your body. Okay, now you don't know. Are you gonna have postpartum? Are you gonna become
That's
crazy?
Thing. It's nothing you can do about it.
It's nothing you can do. Are your teeth gonna fall out? When I found out teeth is falling out.
Teeth, edges, things get weak. When I pulled up to the studio today, my friend Sandra is very pregnant. Her due date is actually Thursday, the day that you will see this episode. And I was on the phone trying to talk to her. We chatted the other day. I was like, did you drop our baby yet? Or like, what's tea? And she's like, nah, girl. And I was like, aren't we here? Aren't we at the finish line? Yes. She's out walking miles and miles and miles trying to get things going so that she can have the baby. And this is her second one, but I just look at her too as a mother. And I think she has probably changed the most out of all of my friends and family who have had children, the women. And I just look at how much softer it made her and how she plans so much better, and she's so considerate, and she spends so much time with her child. She makes sure to play. I be building Legos when I go over there sometimes. And that's somebody I admire my sister, and I admire my friend Sandra and my friend Soraya too. Soraya's daughter is so smart, and I forget that she's younger than she is because she'll just say things. She's so well-mannered, great vocabulary, and she remembers to wrap her hair up at night. Both of them do. And that is something that I think is just not on my family because my nieces be looking crazy. Anyway, I just look at all of them as mothers and look at the changes that they make and the sacrifices they make. And it was even like she was talking about work and like, she taught me a lot. I won't go into it, but she taught me a lot about what happens when you have a job and you are pregnant and then you trying to take off and they're like, actually, we forgot to mention this. And it's like, if she was a single person, luckily she's married, and it's like, it's not going to be a problem for her not to work, but thinking about your job protection, if you are a working mother and you work for anyone else, your job protection, how long you have. I always forget until somebody is actually talking about it, how it's like 6 to 8 weeks that most companies will give people, that is not enough time.
That is,
And they only give you them extra 2 weeks a lot of times if you have a C-section. It's like you're recovering from an actual surgery. They pulled a baby. They had to cut through everything to pull that parasite baby out of you that has been latched on and growing inside of you and then put you back together. And now you got to take care of them on the outside of your body and take care of you. And God forbid if you got a man, but he don't get no paternity leave. America has got to do better. All of it sounds like a horror movie, but to all of you who continue to bear the children and make all of the sacrifices to progress society, thank you. And remember to add books to your registries.
We're doing add the books for the babies. We are doing with Paradise and Vibe, we have an online platform now where we're doing these different talks, and this first collection of series is about women getting like everything that affects you when you do decide to become a wife or a mother, and how you can prepare for it. It's not like a don't do it, but it is like a things to consider that no one ever considered, which if you don't want to consider it, cool. But like when you've seen enough, you're like, maybe we do need to plan a little bit. So we did our first one last week, and we had a speaker. We talked about ways that the amount of money that it costs to have a child, and then what it actually just costs you as a person, and things you can do to prepare so that if the marriage ends or the man dies, you're not like, what am I going to do? Like you can actually prepare. Babies are wonderful, but preparation is also. The next one that we have is going to be with attorney Little. Remember we had her as a guest on our show. We talked about divorcing and what women should look out for. And she's going to sit down and talk with us if y'all want to join it. And like I said, it's not a I hate marriage. No, we believe in partnership in marriage, but it's just, you see so many women on the downside of it if it ends. When really it's like, you need to know what you stand to lose and how you can protect it before it's too late. So I think it's just, like I said, I even asked the lady last week, how do we keep learning all this and then still want to do it? Because in my mind, it's like, I couldn't imagine. We were talking about Candy and Todd, and like talking about
how all the schemes he set up.
The schemes that now I know the schemes. So it's like, and she was just talking about how women really be finding themselves in situations, especially if you make money or if you, let's say you get married and you write a book and then it's y'all's. I mean, there's just so many things that you just aren't aware of, but there are ways to protect yourself, like the men be doing.
Exactly, and that's why when the people who don't have a pot to piss in are on the internet talking about gold diggers and all this stuff, a lot of times we the ones with the gold, little bitch. And it's not, you go into a marriage and if you get a prenup, then one person leaves with nothing. It's just a way to protect both of you.
Yeah.
And that could, like, nobody wants to get divorced, I would think, when you're going into a marriage. But it is something that happens. People change, things change. You just never know what life will throw at you. So if you can do it while you're still in a good place, that'll save you the extra stress. Because if you do end up getting divorced, I don't really know anybody who's just like, oh, it was nothing. That is stressful. Your life is changing. Things change. You had a life with somebody and now you don't. Whether, you're stressed about public perception or your family or whatever, your kids, money, where you going to stay, what you going to do if you think you're too old or washed up. I saw a bunch of clips of, what's that man with the hat and the hair? Cam Newton, and talking about how women who have kids, it lowers their value and all this stuff. And I know several women who have actually expressed stress and just wanting to work things out in the relationship that they're in because they are fearful that they'll have a hard time getting with somebody else. And it's just like, you need to do a self-love thing because, like, you ain't got to be attached. And I know a lot of women that have had kids with somebody else and they are fine and happy, and that man will love their kids too. So I don't know. Anyway, I get that it's scary. And I just think that it's nothing wrong with preparing for the worst while you're in a good space, because people act like if you plan for what could go wrong, that you're wishing wrong. No, you just wish to not be stressed about it as much as you can, take control of that.
And naturally, just as an intelligent person and someone who likes to be aware, if you look at the divorce rates, you're likely to end in divorce. That's how high the numbers are. So it's like you might as well prepare, just like you prepare for a job interview or you prepare for a vacation.
You prepare for retirement. When your job ends, you would like to have a plan.
Yeah,
you know?
it's just have a plan. And the lady said what you said last week. Having the conversation while you're good and happy is way better than you're having it when it's happening. When y'all are in good spirits is when you should just be like, baby, let's take a look at this and let's talk about it. And if somebody doesn't want to do that, that
would be a red flag.
Yeah.
It's like, you about to fuck up. That's what I'm going to start thinking. Now we ticking away at the trust that we talked about earlier. And now I'm getting cold feet. They are ice cold. And I might be a runaway bride.
Bruh. Now you married a nigga and he take the home, the plantation you inherited in Alabama that ain't nobody else. He gets to get it. There's too much that can happen. There's too much at stake. You have to be able to discuss it.
Yeah, and just be prepared.
Yeah.
Now, before we move on, I just want to ask you, who's a woman that you would love to sit down with? Somebody alive, but it could be any type of woman. Sit down with on the show, and what would you want to talk to her about?
Oh,
this month.
That's a really great question. So many people are running through my mind. Like, what woman would I want to sit down with? She's still alive.
Pick somebody you haven't talked to before.
Okay.
Maybe that can help narrow it down.
I would have to say, dang. Okay, there's a lot of women. There's a lot. Oh, I'm torn between two. Okay.
Well, say the two.
Kris Jenner. It's Kris Jenner. One of them is Kris Jenner. And the other one is...
Wait, what would you want to talk to her about?
I want to talk to her about strategy.
Okay.
She just is she's so great at business. No matter if you like the Kardashians or not, Kris Jenner was a flight attendant. Well, she was making candles. Then she was a flight attendant. And what she has done with her family and anything that she touches, how do you do it? And it's not like she went to school for it. She has like this way of thinking, I would assume, that people don't say no to her. And she's developed each of her children in a way that, again, just looking at the strategy, if you don't agree with what they do and how they do it, but looking at the business plans and what she has, like, she literally birthed every single one of her children, minus Rob, is a little empire. And she's at the top of it. And I would just want to sit down and talk to her about all of the darkness that comes with that. Honestly, like we talk about the strategy, but then we wouldn't be able to film it probably, but I would want to know like the darkness that comes with that, the envy that comes with that from other people. What things you stand on so much business. What did you have to lose to get all of this? And what did you gain? And was it worth it? I would love to ask her all of those things. The other one is, I feel like this is an obvious, it would be Oprah. And it's because people be saying we look alike.
So do you want to ask her if she thinks so too?
I want to ask her if she thinks so too. I'm gonna be like, do you think we can? And
can you play her in a movie?
Yeah. You can have to play a young Oprah. But I also want to talk to Oprah, which she probably wouldn't answer. I want to know about Oprah's dating life and her experiences. We don't really ever get to know any. We just know Stedman. There had to have been somebody else at some point. Like, I want to know her sexual experiences. What pleases you? What gives you pleasure? You know what I mean?
Oprah is somebody I would want to talk to as well. And then I'd also want to talk to Lala Anthony. I got some questions, and these are really just nosy questions, but I'm curious because I think that overall she don't do too much mess in the media, but she be having some messy stuff according to the blogs and things. And I would just like to know how she handles it. Also, like, I'd like to know more about her dreams and desires when she was younger, because when I was in college, that was somebody where I was like, oh, I really like her career and where it's going or what I had seen. And she was at Howard for a minute, and then she came to Atlanta and was working in the radio, and she's doing all these things, and she's a beautiful woman. She's got this personality. And I also like that she seems to be friends with so many women who are in the industry, and they seem to trust her. And that's cool to me. And I would just like to know more about her and like how she be feeling. Like I would want to be friends.
Mm-hmm.
But Oprah, I just want to know everything. I don't so much care about her sex life. I would like to know how she has been so great at keeping her personal life personal and private. What she really be thinking about Stedman? And what does he do all day? And do you ever be like, and if you don't get it together, you're going to be back out there teaching seminars and you're going to get out of my guest mansion in the back. I just wonder. I want to know.
Not be talking to him like
I would
that.
love. I'm just saying, if he acted up, not for no reason, but
Yeah.
the quiet ones, you got to watch him. Anyway, that's who I would want to talk to. And then I was trying to think of somebody else younger.
I would also want to talk to Sarah Jakes Roberts. I absolutely love her and her realness. I just would want to know all the things. When she shared the story about getting in the car and trying to quite literally kill her ex-husband by ramming the car back and forth because he was sitting outside of their house in the car with his girlfriend, but they were married. And then they called CPS and she was like, that's when I knew I had to change my life. And I was just like...
I mean, yeah, because, every now and again, a bitch snaps. And that's a very real feeling. Because what did I say earlier? They be trying us. They be having us fucked up and they be doing dumb things. So, yeah. Well, cheers to the women that we'd like to talk to. If you happen to stumble across this, hit us up. Come on down and sit in the brown chair on the couch, wherever you want to sit. Any of those people, you sit where you want to sit, girl. What's going on? Okay, so that's it for that. And then, do you want to share a cocktail or do advice?
Let's do advice. Our next guest is here, and I'm really excited to sit down and talk to her.
Okay, so I'll read this one. It's kind of long. We also have a special message from our sponsor. So this week, we want to remind you guys, and I love that y'all have been hitting us up, but remember, we don't have all of the answers. If you have a question about how to take your supplements and all of that, go to the website. All of the instructions are on there, and you can see somebody asked me something about, can they spread out the pill? I don't know, but I went to the website and saw it. It's there. Y'all check it out. They have so many different supplements, but one of the major ones that we definitely want you guys to try is Drive Boost. And I have been taking Drive Boost. I have shared a few times, like, I wasn't fucking, I wasn't having sex, I wasn't doing anything, and I really didn't have the desire. And it wasn't because of anything personal. It just, like, inside of me, I just wasn't feeling it. And I was like, is my pussy broke? Is my heart broke? What's wrong? No. I just need some extra supplements. Again, I'm an old Buick. I guess I haven't been doing my proper maintenance. But Drive Boost is a supplement that is available for both men and women. Anyone can take the supplement, and it's going to help your libido. Nobody wants to feel like it's a chore.
Nobody.
When they're having sex. And it's like, especially if you want to please the person that you're with and you do miss, I miss sex when I wasn't having it. I'm still not having it that much, but I'll be skipping doses. Take your Drive Boost every day.
Take your Drive Boost, y'all. I'm not having sex, but I do be taking my Drive Boost because
you're going to be ready. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
So you don't have to get ready. And then I was like, I want to see if it really works. So I was like, so while my body's clear and free, let me go ahead and try it. It works. It works.
You notice a difference? I noticed a difference in like a week. I was like, wait a minute. What's going on?
Yeah. It really helps your sexual wellness and a little bit of energy. I'm not going to lie. Y'all need to check out Drive Boost and all of the other products that VB Health has to offer.
Let me tell y'all, they got a creatine powder that you can put in your water or your beverage or whatever. I got the creatine. I got the sleep gummies. I have ashwagandha. I have some magnesium. I got a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff on their site, and I didn't even realize that was available, but it's there. Y'all get some total body health and really just see how much better you'll feel, how much more rest you'll get in the same amount of time. I honestly thought a lot of times when people were like, oh, I take this, and this, and I have better sleep. And I thought I had already elevated once I got my new bed and everything. But no, those supplements, they really do make a difference. Y'all need to try this out. You need to try it out today. Go to their website. And when you go ahead and get the Drive Boost. And then browse the site to see the other things that you may want to try. I'm telling y'all, I love them.
Yeah, y'all go take a look. Visit vb.health and use code CockTales for 10% off or click the link in the episode description.
Okay, and now we'll get back to advice. Why they do fucked up stuff, I don't know, child.
You need to go on dates in that luteal phase.
especially when they claim to love you. They be lying. If you want to get some advice from us, make sure you email us at advice@cocktalespod.com. Okay, so this week's advice, and again, send your advice emails to advice@cocktalespod.com. Put advice in if you want a little subject line, and hopefully we'll get to it soon. Now, this one is coming from somebody who says that the man has married another woman because of a church opportunity. And I mean, quite honestly, my immediate thought is break up with him, but let's see what she has to say. Okay, this is probably the longest advice letter, and I'm about to paraphrase because it is long. This is a novella. Okay. She says it's juicy. No, we don't. Okay. She needs help. Or maybe just a good, stern talking to. And I'm glad that you were ready for that. She's tangled up in a situationship turned relationship that has gone way too far. She met this guy, we'll call him Greg, back in November of 2018. That was before the world ended. Okay, Greg and her just started off as fuck buddies. He has the biggest dick. See, that's the problem, what you talked about earlier. We already see your problem right here, highlighted in the first couple lines. But he has the biggest dick she has ever had, and he gave her the best sex that she's ever experienced up until that point. When we met, I was just coming home from college because I was not able to afford housing on or off campus, so I was sad. All of my friends and my old job were hours away, and I just needed some stress relief and something or someone to occupy my time. The more time we spent together, the more we noticed that we had a lot in common with each other and could be good friends. One of the main things that we had in common was church. That's interesting that we started off talking about big dicks and we ended on church. All right.
Praise God.
Now listen, when we first met, we met on Facebook. I hope it wasn't Facebook dating. But anyways, he added her from a new page, and she was unaware of how deep he was in the church scene. As a person who grew up in church and still actively goes, I tend to stay away from church boys, specifically the musicians and the preachers. He just happened to be both. Okay, now everybody's judging you, girl. I'm sorry, but you put it in here. I'm just reading what you wrote. I ain't paraphrased shit yet. If anyone knows anything about church drummers, they know to stay far away because those demons can ruin your life. Well, wait a minute. Okay. But again, I was only interested in the dick. So when I did find out how deep he was, I just let it go because, hey, as a Christian woman, I do want to be with a Christian man. I've got thoughts, but let me save them. Okay, as the years went on, they survived talking through 2018. They survived COVID. And when people be like, made it through COVID, what is y'all's end date for COVID? Because everything, like a week from today, is basically 2020, and it's all a blur. It's all 1 year. Anyway, y'all leave a comment and let me know. In January of 2021, they finally established a relationship, and she thought they were stable and happy until May of 2022, so a little over a year. He randomly told her that he was moving to a state 6 hours away. Well, sounds like a breakup to me. This was very shocking to me because he had just moved into a townhome in February, March, April, May, 3 months later. Okay. But the way that this information came out was even more shocking. It was Mother's Day weekend, and I hadn't heard much from him. Throughout our years of knowing each other, I had begun to see and eventually accept the fact that Greg was not glued to his phone. Right. Even our mutual friends and family would say the same thing. So when he told me that he would be spending time out of town with his mom for Mother's Day, I already knew that I wouldn't hear much from him. But this time I felt like he was purposely ignoring me. He was. Yeah. He would not call me on the phone and would not answer specific questions about where he was and who he was with. On May 8th, girl, you got date stamps, Greg started posting his pictures for Mother's Day. In one picture, there was him and some female in the middle. His girlfriend or fiance is who that female probably is. His mother was next to him. Her parents were standing next to her. A bunch of family shit. That was... The man would not give her a straight answer when she asked him about it, started an argument, typical things that men who are lying do. In the middle of their argument, he said, "Don't you just want to stop arguing and come see me?" I'm leaving for, I don't want to give away the state, girl, we don't want him. In 2 months, let's not fight. So immediately my attention turns to that. What do you mean you're moving all this way away? Girl, did you do it? Okay, fast forward. They ended up talking face to face that night. Ma'am.
I'm so glad I'm healing.
And he
so glad I'm healing.
And he claimed that the girl was just the daughter of his mother's friend that they spent the Mother's Day weekend with. Where was she at then? And why is she in the middle of the photo? You knew this didn't make sense. Anyway, he agreed that he should not have posted the picture. No, you shouldn't have been fucking with me. That's what you shouldn't have been doing. Just cut me out of this because I obviously don't know how to let it go. Anyway, Greg also gave her a reason for moving. He said that he had a ministry opportunity at this church that would be paying him twice as much as what he gets paid now. I don't even care about the picture anymore. I just wanted to know why he was leaving so abruptly. Well, he just told you his reason. Okay, the decision was only made because of the promises that, as the conversation ended, they concluded that she was not ready to be in a long distance relationship. But wait, she said we could try. You knew you wasn't ready. Why did you backtrack on yourself? Let's skip to the end. Okay. She says a lot of other stuff. She called him. She didn't cuss him out. There's all these dates and mess going on. Over FaceTime, he explained to her that there was a female that he met through his mom, and he hadn't been knowing her for a whole year before they decided to get married and run the church together. So he didn't got an imaginary promotion from being a drummer at a new church to running the church with this mysterious woman that he didn't know. Y'all have got to stop. If you just want to hear fantasy and fiction, there's so many books. Get a library card, go to Barnes & Noble, or a local bookstore. It doesn't matter. Get on the internet, but get out of these men's phones who are playing in your face. He says all of this, and she says that she knew deep down in her heart, that his family also influenced him to make the decision. Okay, now I'm gonna be honest with you. You making excuses. But he is a grown man that could have said no, exactly. But as an opportunist, he took the bait. Do you want to be with an opportunist?
She does.
No, you should not want to, though. Like, you need to think about all of these things. Okay, what made her the most upset was that he could not even give her the decency of being able to decide for herself whether she wanted to be involved with someone who was in a fake marriage or not. The marriage probably ain't fake. If it's fake, it's because he married a woman. Just calling a spade a spade. Now, here's where the advice comes in. I thought that was it, but
I was waiting for it.
Because I skipped a bunch of, this is long. Okay. Now, here's where the advice comes in. I need someone to tell me to stop listening to this man's lies about his arrangement, about his marriage. You need to stop listening to the lies he is telling you about this marriage, no matter if it is an arrangement, a marriage, if it was for an opportunity, if it's because he wanted some new drumsticks. It does not matter. He played with you. And you don't need to get a big dick that's attached to a man that's full of lies. You can get one at the store, you can get it on Amazon, or you can just wait. What would Jesus do? Not that. She has accepted money and gifts for her birthday and holidays. I mean, do what you want to do, girl, but it seems like you can't handle it. I don't mind a little, reparations now. But she thinks that she's just holding on to the fact that he's showing her every chance he gets that his marriage is fake. He's not. That's not what it is. And she can't fully let go. Ladies, please chew my ass out, hold me accountable, or is it okay? It's not okay. She says, or is it okay to talk to someone in a so-called arranged marriage, especially if they claim it's not real? I also think I should be a girl's girl and tell the wife. Don't tell the wife. Mind your damn business. You need to talk to yourself in the goddamn mirror.
Yeah.
And you need to just block him. I usually wouldn't say that because it might stew in your mind. You need to block him. Matter of fact, maybe you should give your phone. Do you have a sister or somebody else that you trust? And say, change the name. And they also need to erase the messages, and you don't need to find them. Maybe they could name him the good guy, because that's not who you want. You'll never call him. I don't know. It's not okay. You need to cut it out. And the sad thing is, she says the wife might already even know. That's not your concern. And she won't leave him because she does not want to damage her reputation. That's something that he's fed to you. And these are just additional excuses. I'm sorry that you're going through this, but I want you to stand up, wake up, and be done.
I don't even have anything to say to her.
Well, I don't. The update wasn't in this email. You are being desperate, and I want you to stop. Nobody deserves this. And also think about if you were in the wife's shoes, you wouldn't want to be there. Let that shit go.
Let it go, girl.
If anybody else has advice, hopefully it's not something like this where we're going to have to cuss you out. But still email us. Maybe we'll read it anyway. Who knows? advice@cocktailspod.com. And if you have a cocktail, you can send those in too. It's cocktails@cocktailspod.com. And maybe we'll read that on the show as well. Other than that, I want to remind you guys to make sure you're following us on all social media. Join our Patreon. We had a Patreon live last week. That was fun. We got to catch up with everybody. Shout out to all of the patrons, whether you were on the live or not.
And also, we have some Patreon content that we'll be posting that we haven't posted. There was a good conversation. I don't know if it was good or just funny that Tremo and I had before the actual episode. Oh, is it up? Mm-hmm. There was something else that we were like, we're going to put up. Is it up?
There's another one that's longer. That'll go up on Monday.
Okay. So y'all, we're rolling through with the content. We are working like Hebrew slaves to please y'all. So join and get some laughs.
It's patreon.com/cocktails. Check the link in the description box below. And I want to remind you guys to join my Patreon, patreon.com/Kiki Said So. That's where the book club is. This month we are reading another book by Jaquel J. And it is called Confessions of a Hustler's Housemaid, I want to say. Check the link in the check the info in the description. I'll put it there so that you know. But join the book club. You can see all of our past things, and we are going somewhere soon. So if you join, you can join in on the poll. I will open it up to everybody, but it will go to the book club first. So join, and you get a little extra tidbits in there.
That's exciting. Make sure you guys check out the Thailand trip. I had a Lover Girl dropout, so there is one spot open on my Lover Girl layover to Thailand, August 14th through the 20th. I believe those are the dates. If you would like to grab that spot, click the link in the description or go to my Instagram page and click my link tree in my bio and get that spot, ladies. It probably will last about 2 more days. It's going to be fun. We have a week full of fun stuff to do. I'm not going to tell you. You got to go look at the website. Another thing I want to remind you is, listen, I am on the board of Meals on Wheels Atlanta, and you guys, we have a lot of fun things rolling out. There is an event called Taste. This is the 5th year that they've done this event. I've always wanted to go even before I was on the board. They get 15 of the best restaurants in Atlanta to come together. Everybody tastes these food. There's an auction. There's a dinner. It's a beautiful thing. I would love for you to support it. You can either donate if you can't come, or you can buy a ticket. And we'll put that link in the description as well. Also, if you are not serving, make sure y'all serving somebody, and everything ain't just about you. I just want to make sure I remind y'all of that. Also, you can come to Turkey in September. Go to paradiseandvibe.com to join me in Turkey. So y'all, we got several opportunities for you to travel. You got Thailand, you got Turkey, and I might have another surprise popping up soon. So thank y'all so much for listening and support what we got going on.
And make sure you're following us on Instagram. Together, we're at CockTales Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
I'm at Coffee Bean Dean.
And until next week, you guys, goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.